Welcome to Dancing with Time, hosted by Beth, Amine, and me, Patti, Teel. This podcast is all about self-care, inspiring and supporting each other to live our essential nature, which is timeless. I'm not young, I'm not old, I just am. Join us for conversation, movement, and meditation. Let's get started.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Dancing with Time with me, Beth, Amine, and my beautiful ho-host, ho-host, Patti Teel. And I'm in California. She's in Florida. We got both coasts covered, and it's so good to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us for this podcast on the ultimate in self-care, which is self-love and just that and nurturing that beautiful relationship internally with yourself. So as always, we do this spontaneous thing about what's going on in our lives, and hopefully you can segue in. It's what's going on in your lives too, synchronistically. And today we were just thinking about, well, when you're working in process and you're in the parts that aren't all that fun, how you kind of keep your vision and just know that there's going to be some sort of break in the new, you'll reach that new space, or that new piece of art will happen after all the palette negotiating and mixing and so forth. So Patti, say what you think the topic is about, and we'll just chat from there.
Okay, so I guess part of it is just keeping the faith as you're going through the nitty-gritty of things, unless you have just all the help that you could imagine to do every little detail for you, and you're actually in the trenches doing it yourself, or some of it yourself, and it can get discouraging if you don't keep the vision of where you're going with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And I think sometimes even if you have help, like I've been fortunate right now to give there's still so much of yourself and your input that goes into things, and it's also, I mean, everything. It was Mother's Day, and my daughter came, who's a beautiful, amazing, wonderful delight of a person, but she had some challenges go on while she was here with her work situation, and back where she lives in more Southern California, and we kind of had to go through that, and it wasn't all that fun until we stuck with until we stuck with it, and then there's a resolution that shows up. And I feel like today, even with all this stuff that we're doing, getting our membership site together and our podcasts, that there was a movement after all this input, and there's a movement and a breath that comes in, and it's kind of like making a work of art, or writing a poem, or writing or making music. I think you're deeply ingrained in this process of trial and error and clearing. It's growing too, and then you get to that point of relief, and then of course you start all over again with the next stuff. But right, Patti, so you were saying about keeping the faith, and
and a lot of times, well, for me anyway, because I can tend to get a little unorganized. I wish that wasn't the case, but there's a bit of cleanup involved, getting your files in order to be able to do the fun part of it. So you feel like, oh my gosh, I've just let that sit for a while. Now I've got piles, and where is this file? Is it on my Google Drive, or is it here? Is it there? And so there's some catching up, I think, and none of it is really particularly fun, but you have to keep the faith that the bigger scheme of things of where it's all going to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. God, that's like anything. That's like cooking.
It is.
You make the kitchen is whole mess, and then in order to do, you've got to put it back in order. Or any art studio gets in a horrible chaos. And then so there has to be some level of comfort with chaos. Like, it's not going to be that way forever. And I do have, things do move. And so, gosh, do we have any? Okay. So now we have to go, like, do we have any
words of wisdom
on how you can sort of know? Well, I think maybe a trust in process, that things do eventually get a work of art, you do eventually get a delicious dish in the kitchen, or you do eventually get a process that will help someone, and that all that discomfort is just part of what goes on. But I know, well, here's how you and I do it. I do it with some movement. I go like, oh, it's uncomfortable. Let's move
Yeah.
to that. Let's put on some music. And of course, you do it with your quiet time, your
Mm-hmm.
meditations, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then I think too, I'm a big to-do lister. I
Uh-huh.
make these
Uh-huh.
expansive to-do lists.
Uh-huh.
And on my better days, I remember to go through and go, well, even if I don't get that list of 150 things done, what are the 2 or 3 things that I really need to prioritize? Because I can get off target very easily. I don't know. Maybe I'm ADHD. I've never been diagnosed, but it certainly is possible because I can get very scattered. Or maybe it's just having violet in my aura. I don't know. But I think if you pin it down to at least if I get these 2 or 3 things done, that's the most important. And then you can relax a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. There's focus. And I love the way I am. I would never, I'm really glad that I'm of an age where nobody tried to put a label on me, because I
That's true.
love the way
Mm-hmm.
my mind works. My
Mm-hmm.
mind, and maybe it's a feminine thing, the male is, they say, or many of us, the brain is very compartmentalized, but
Mm-hmm.
the brains of women, we have to, because there's so many variables with families and everything that we do. We see holes. So I think when you see a whole, you're seeing all the aspects, and that it's a good system, and that is like a beautiful, brilliant things. I love doing 5 or 10 things at once, and I
Mm-hmm.
love that about myself. And if anybody ever said anything about that was
We'll
not wonderful,
slap them silly. Um,
I'd take my
yeah,
little 5-foot self and go like,
yeah.
this is
I
who
don't
I
mind
am.
doing a lot at once, but I think
No,
that you don't want to get down on yourself because
yeah,
you have
that's it.
these
That's all I meant.
outrageous lists of things to do and
Yes.
nobody could get them done. And then I could get scattered. But
Exactly.
mhm,
So knowing that that's a wonderfully beautiful, positive thing about
yes.
yourself that you can
Hmm.
love. Oh my
Hmm.
God, I'm so varied. I'm so versatile. But
Hmm.
let's take care of, let's do or a lot of times I'll do a little bit of everything. But
Hmm.
I think for certain, I think that you're right. It can get overwhelming, the list. So you really do have to know that you can't get it all done. It's never done, and just do those few things and be satisfied with that.
Be
Like,
satisfied with that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Hmm.
great. And then acknowledge that. And you
Yeah.
can't do it all because it's
Yeah.
too much. And I also find, Betty, that if I do the few things, I do it well. And if I go like one over the amount, I'm not
Hmm.
doing it well. I'm
That's
like, I
interesting.
burn
Yeah.
out on
Yeah.
the good energy for it.
Hmm.
So,
And
um,
reward yourself. I mean, go out and do something, walk on the
yeah,
beach if the beach is nearby, or
yeah.
just do something fun.
Oh, absolutely. So, and that's all goes along with what we're saying about crafting your own life into a state of complete self-love and self-care. You're
Hmm.
in charge of crafting it. And whenever you get to the point where it feels bad, like, I mean, we're not saying we don't have this mastered. Everybody out there, we're talking as we work it out ourselves. I'm just working this out really to keep my life so pleasant, with like
Hmm.
all the acknowledgement and only doing a few things that need to be done, and then knowing that the next day it can carry forth, and kind of you just keep it pleasant, right, Patty? And
Yeah. And I
learning.
know that, you have been putting together your membership site. It's beautiful.
Oh
You have so
yes.
many great things to offer. It's going to be wonderful. But I know that the actual techie side, the back end side, even though you have help, it's not that much fun for you. So I think that's what we're talking about, getting through what needs to be done so that you can then sit back and relax and do the things you do want to do.
Well, that's true. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could just enjoy everything?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna
Work on
like
that.
look at that and go like, oh,
Hmm.
maybe if you're really grateful all the time and
Yeah.
appreciative of that you get to do stuff that you like. I don't know. But thank you for inspiring that, everybody out there. That is essentially my message too, is like just try to not try, but approach things as at a level of enjoyment, even though, but it's not uncomfortable. Growing is uncomfortable.
But it's
Doing
not
stuff is
fun.
uncomfortable. Darn it. I'm going to try to have fun with everything. No,
I know.
I'm going to try it. Really,
Yeah.
this is where I am in my lab. So
Mhm.
you guys, you can try it with me and see. Let me
Yeah.
know how it goes. Let's try this week to have fun with everything. See what happens. I don't
Everything.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see how that goes. But I do, and I thank you for mentioning the membership site. I would so love it if you all just typed in dancingwithtime.com. That is my new membership site. Today, as of today, it's completely ready to go. You can join our fabulous, fun club and my party. As I say, Patti is such a part of it with her meditations, and that's something you're going to get with the membership. And it's just a very complete, fun system of a total way to find it, have a safe place where you can just nurture your own light and just let it come out so it shines everywhere, just shines everywhere for everyone. It's mostly for yourself. And so dancingwithtime.com, and we'll tell you a little bit more about what it includes every week. But right now you can go there and start joining my club and be one of the charter members. So I'm
Wow.
super
Charter member.
excited.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and you get
Yeah.
dance classes and our workshops and Patty's meditations, and you get just art projects, just a massive variety of everything that you could possibly want to find out your own unique nature, express it, as well as the next step of what you want to do in your life. So it's pretty cool. I'm thrilled. And it's really literally 55 years of my constant input on art and art processes for thousands of people that have been condensed into this one membership. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's
Yeah, and
really, and
Patty's
it's
a
a
part of
beautiful
it.
site. Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Mhm.
gosh, okay. And I do want you to know that we really, really want to include you every week with your input. It's not just about us. We just really want you in there. So if you could put in the comments, like, how did it go this week with making more things fun? And Patty's suggestion, right? How did it go this week with narrowing your list down? And Patti, what else would we like everyone to give us feedback on?
Hmm. Well, just any tips that they have, because they
Right.
probably have their own ideas and things, because most people have had to go through a little bit of grind, hopefully not too much, but a
Yeah.
little bit to get where they wanted to go. And so how did you get through those times and keep the
Oh,
vision of ultimately where you want to be?
oh, absolutely. That's so well put. I think that's really important. I think that's great. So we look forward to talking to you. And now it's time for our movement and our meditation sessions. So I'm gonna, as usual, Patti, any closing words before we go do that?
Oh, this is just such a joy, which Beth is such a joy. So it's really an honor to be a part of Dancing with Time. And now Dancing with Beth.
Yeah, no, messing with it. All right, so just quick second while I pause and get the music on, and then you'll hear a beautiful meditation from Patti. So we love you a lot, and we want you to just hang out with us every week so that we can all move forward into this beautiful life together. So, all right, see you in a minute. Well, hello, everybody. We're back. Are you ready to do your movement section of the whole thing? I call this joyous movement. We're just experiencing the joy of our bodies. And if you are just listening on audio, I would encourage you to either sit in your chair and move a little bit, move your arms, move your legs, or try to follow along, or just stand up and do the movements. We just do a minute of warm up, a little breathing, and then today we're going to get jiggy with it because our topic is, can you have fun with it all? And just waiting for that, the resolution and the forward movement. So that's what we're going to do. All right, here we go. If you can see me well, let's start out with a minute of a little bit of a warm up. Posture, everybody. Tummy's in. Chest lifted, shoulders back and down. Shifting the weight. Releasing the arm to the side as you shift the weight to one side. I'm leading with my wrist. Tummy pulled in tight. out on the other. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Now I'm going to put my hands in front of me, lift my palms up, looking up to the sky as I breathe in a beautiful breath of air and I breathe out and look down at the beautiful earth. So up to the sky, opening, and down to our beautiful earth that supports us. In and out. And in and out. And one more time. In and out. In and out. And now we're going to do a little side stretch. Over to one side. Over to the other side. A side stretch. I'm going to take my arms and make a huge circle in front of me, warming up my body. I'm going to take my palms to the floor, right at chest level, and make a huge circle all the way around in front of my body. Good. Now I'm just going to explore the space around me a little bit, reaching back, reaching forward, shifting my weight from one side to the other, and I'm just going to do a little leg stretch here, lifting a knee, because we are going to get jiggy with it in a minute. That's the name of this song, and I want to stretch my leg out to the side, straight to the side, lifting my foot off the floor. Oh gosh, that feels good. Circle one leg. You can balance yourself with a chair. Circle one leg, just a few inches off the floor, and bend those knees up. And shall we call ourselves warmed up? We don't have too long of a session of warm-ups, but now let's get our little movement. That's right, we're going to move through it. A little bounce on the knees, a little hip action. Yeah, that's it. Get jiggy with it. So I am like walking, but I'm extending my hip to one side. Now here's a walk, and I'm just extending my hip every time my foot hits the floor. That's it. And your shoulders can go up and down. If that's too fast, too much, just walk and enjoy that. Now, arms side to side. Bend elbows, hands near the face, arms side to side. Now let's push out with a bounce. Yeah. And a leg lift if you can. If that's too much, you can only do this. That's cool. You want to add the whole body, a little leg lift. And anytime you have to move through an emotion, I suggest dance. Up, down, up, slower, up to the corners, cross and down, bend the leg. Up to the corners, legs straight, and expand, contract, expand, contract. Put a little booty in there if you want. Now just up. Elbows to the waist. Now kick, opposite leg cross. All right. Now I could do that all afternoon with you, but we just are making this short. You can always join me on my membership site and take a joyous movement class every week that you get a whole half hour of all this movement that comes with the membership. And it's really good, and it's low impact. It's no impact. So let's take a few deep breaths. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. And now we are going to, one more deep breath. Breathing in. Ah, so good, so good. It feels good. I feel good. And I'm going to stop this and let you go into your beautiful meditation with the beautiful Patti Teel. I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining.
Welcome. Take a moment to settle into a comfortable position either sitting upright with your spine tall or lying down in a restful posture. Gently close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you. Begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment and slowly exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands rest gently, open and relaxed. Allow your breath to become natural and effortless. Give yourself permission to take a break from doing and shift into simply being. Now, bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Gently scan down, noticing your forehead and your temples. Let any tension melt away with each out-breath. Move your attention slowly downward over your eyes, your cheeks, and your jaw. Bring awareness to your neck and shoulders. Allow them to drop slightly with your next exhale. Feel your arms, hands, and fingers softening. Scan your chest, noticing the gentle rise and fall with each breath. Then, your abdomen, hands, and fingers softening. Scan your chest, noticing the gentle rise and fall with each breath. Then your abdomen, hips, and legs. And finally your feet, grounded, heavy, and relaxed. Your whole body is at ease, safe, held. Now imagine there's a quiet space inside you, a calm center behind all the thoughts and feelings. This is your observer mind, the part of you that watches without judging. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing your thoughts. You are not your stress. You are the one who can witness stress come and go, like waves on the ocean. As you rest here, allow thoughts to arise, but rather than following them or pushing them away, simply notice them, like clouds floating across the sky or leaves drifting down a stream. When you have thoughts, notice them and gently return to observing. Each time, you're strengthening the part of you that sees without getting caught. This observer is wise, calm, and open. It doesn't need to fix anything. It simply watches with kindness. Now, imagine zooming out, like a camera lens pulling back. Picture yourself from above, sitting or lying in this room. Then further back, seeing the house or building you're in. Further still, viewing the whole town, the region, the planet. From this wider view, notice how small your current stress feels. It's real, but it's not everything. You can hold it with space around it. You can breathe with it. The observer mind helps you see. This moment is just a moment. This feeling is not permanent. There's always a bigger view. Let's return now to your breath. Inhale gently through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth. Let's try a simple rhythm. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Let's try that now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat a few times, feeling the breath gently cleanse and ground you. Feel the observer mind remain steady as the breath flows. Now, gently begin to return. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Notice the sensation of your body touching a chair or floor. Notice any sounds around you, the temperature of the air, the rhythm of your breath. Take one final deep breath in and a full breath out. When you're ready, open your eyes. Bring with you this sense of spaciousness, calm, and awareness.